I took my heaviest book and I placed you inside.